can see it beat, intoxicating your energy. First time in so long you felt the heat, evaporating your bindings. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the, move like the, move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the, move like the.
Welcome to the fray, Flak Pack. It's Termex here, and welcome back to another Borderlands 3 build video. And today, I'm here to show you guys my level 60 Mayhem 10 Splash Flak Rakk attack build. I put a little bit of extra time into this build to get the right gear I wanted, but this build is completely centered around you people that love playing Rakk attack and you want to have a little bit of splash in most of your builds. This build mainly orientates around using splash damage on basically every gun we have here in our inventory. And most anointments we're going to be running are action skill and anointments. So before we get into the build, I just want to thank you guys for 3,000 subscribers. You guys have been killing it with the videos. If you take a second out to kill this video as well, make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new and want to join the Flak Pack. And hit that bell so you don't miss out on any of my future Flak build videos. I will be taking a short break with this upcoming 4th of July, but videos will be back out around the 6th. So I hope you guys are staying safe. Have fun on your 4th of July. And if you're not in America, I believe you guys have Canada Day, so you guys enjoy that. Wherever you guys are, enjoy your day. Stay safe. Now over into our skill trees. We are going to be putting 3 out of 3 into Leave No Trace, just so we get ammo back into our magazine and consume less ammo. Just makes everything we use more ammo efficient. Put 5 out of 5 into Interplanetary Stalker. This stacks up to 3 times, but we are going to be getting bonus gun damage, bonus pet damage, and bonus action skill damage to help benefit our Rakk attack. Next up, I put 3 points into head count, so when we score a critical hit, we can get our Rakk attack back even faster. It already has a short cooldown, but we are going to be running Megavore, so this is going to help out a lot with getting our Rakk attack back faster. 5 out of 5 into Two Fang because we are going to be using the Root Sniper Rifle, and this just makes it 10 times better of a weapon. But we have multiple guns that will benefit from this. 3 out of 3 into Big Game because we do need the extra hunter skill duration and effects. That will make Interplanetary Stalker even stronger, and it will make it last longer. 3 out of 3 into the Most Dangerous Game because when we kill a badass, we are going to be getting that 25% gun damage along with the 10% crit damage. 1 point to Galactic Shadow for the flat out 15% crit. And now we put 5 out of 5 into Grim Harvest. This is going to be one of the main sources of damage boosting skills in this whole build. This is going to give us a flat out 100% action skill damage. This is because my class mod has +5 into Grim Harvest. Yours may vary. It is not needed to have +5. If you can get +2 or even just +1, anything that helps this perk out in general is going to benefit you. A lot of Rakk Pack class mods are going to have extra points into head count, so if you do, take less points into head count and probably put it into Hunter's Eye. But now we are going to get Megavore. Megavore is going to allow us to hit critical hits 20% of the time, no matter where we shoot them. Over to the green tree, we are going to be putting 5 out of 5 into Furious Attack for the extra gun damage and handling with our sniper. The sniper, the root kind of kicks up a bit, and so does a few of the shotguns we're going to be using, so this is going to be very beneficial. 5 out of 5 into Overclock for the extra fire rate and bonus fire rate after reloading. This just makes everything you shoot have more DPS. 3 out of 3 into Turn Tail and Run for the extra gun damage and fire rate while standing still. Great for bossing, great for hard mobs. And of course we get that health regeneration and damage reduction while moving. 1 point to Lick the Wounds because you gotta get the perk. Lick the Wounds has always been a staple perk of my channel. This perk will save your life. It will save you a bunch of BS that happens, dying to a random barrel, or nowadays you're just dying to randomly nothing in this game and I don't even know what's around me. But definitely a very useful perk. Up here you're going to want to be putting 1 point into self-repairing for now, just to go further into the tree. But you are going to put 3 out of 3 into the Fast and the Furious for the extra pet damage, gun damage, and movement speed when you're above half health. Now this is more of a personal preference right here. You can either go into Hidden Machine, but a lot of people say this doesn't work. And since we are not running fadeaway or Gamma Burst with Red Fang, I just put the rest of my points into self-repairing systems. So we have 5 out of 5 into that, so we have 30% more health and 1.5% more maximum health regeneration. Then I put 3 out of 5 into Rage and Recover, because we are going to be getting even more health regeneration and survivability with this build. And finally, the Power Inside Capstone, kind of an important thing here. When we do our action skill for 15 seconds, we will do 25% additional damage, but if we're at max health, which most of the time we are going to be at that state, we're going to be getting 50% bonus damage for 15 seconds, and it does apply to your Rakks. I had 3 points left, and I could either put it into Persistence Hunter or give us the added benefit of Hunter's Eye. Now, Persistence Hunter will give us a 12% gun damage, but the action skill duration really doesn't mean much. But for me, I put the 3 points into Hunter's Eye, because even though it's 3 points, you're getting extra armor damage, you're getting damage reduction, and you're getting critical hit damage. Granted, they're all situational benefits. Usually one of these benefits is always going to be active regardless of what map you're playing on. So that's why I put it into this instead of Persistence Hunter, because you're not really getting a huge benefit from this skill. Now, as for your action skill itself, of course, we are running Rakk Attack, and I like to use Falconer's Feast and Flock and Load. Flock and Load is going to add an additional 2 Rakks, i.e. increasing your damage, and Falconer's Feast is going to give you even more health regeneration. Now, if you want, you could switch it to Cryo, but I see it do less damage with the Cryo Rakks. And you can get Rackcelerates if you really find yourself needing more Rakks, but do not take it off Flock and Load. If you're going to change anything, change Falconer's Feast, because Flock and Load is almost a must-have with Rakk Attack. And now for our pet, we are going to be running Scorch Jr., of course, over here, the Spider-Man Scorcher, because we are going to be getting that health regeneration and elemental damage. And as always, my Guardian rank is disabled, so you guys have no benefits here, no Guardian rank perks, no Guardian rank bonus stats, just the raw flat out damage of this build, so you guys can judge it for yourselves. And if you like to play with all this Guardian rank stuff, this build's going to be even better for you. Over to the Mayhem modifiers, we are running Speed Demon for the movement speed, Healy Avenger because it's neutral, Ticked Off because status effects isn't going to play a big part in this build, but I do recommend if you want to do more elemental damage over time, maybe switch off Ticked Off. If you care more about elemental damage, we are going to be using elemental damage, but I don't notice the status effect damage being too much of an issue. And of course we have Postmortem, because what better thing to torture yourself with. Now as for the inventory itself, we do have a bunch of weapons here, but if you are not on PC and can't get this save file, which is in the link in the description below, these are the type of guns you want to farm. Any AoE gun that has on action skill and anointments are your go-to weapons, such as this Plumage. On action skill and splash damage is increased by 200%. Stuff like this is what you're going for with this build. Now, your main 4 weapons are going to be the roots for your bosses, you have the frequency for your mobbing and some bosses, you have your Chaosin for mobbing as well, and you have your Plague Bearer for second wins and bossing. You're going to be putting out a lot of damage here, especially splash damage, but for the gear we are going to be running a Frozen Heart, just because it's going to be more healing, more survivability, and it's going to be a lot easier to get critical hits on enemies. But I do have some alternatives. You have one-shotters for your bossing to use with the Complex Root or the Plague Bearer. You have a Transformer for the takedowns. And you have 2 stopgaps just for general mobbing if you do not want to use the Frozen Heart. A bunch of options are here for you guys to use, but me personally, I think the Frozen Heart is the best way to go. As for your class mod, I went with a Rakk pack. Mine is level 57, so I am missing out on 3% bonuses on everything here. So I went with this just because of the Grim Harvest. Honestly, the extra rolls on here are just a good benefit. Okay guys, I'm actually recording this after I recorded this video because I forgot to mention my friend Matt once again got me a really good class mod for this build. It is a Vulpine Rakk pack. Now this one will give you weapon damage, splash damage, and weapon critical hits. Now you may be asking, isn't splash damage and weapon damage a waste of 2 slots? And it actually is not, because the splash damage and weapon damage count as 2 separate things, so you're actually getting all these benefits towards every weapon in this build. So my suggestion to you guys is you can fully on use the Rakk pack mod if you want more damage with your Rakk attack itself. As you've seen in the intro sequence, we got like 7-8 million damage with our Rakk. But if you're going to use your guns more often and you're only really using Rakk Attack for the healing and to proc your Frozen Heart, then definitely put on this class mod because you're going to be getting a lot more damage out of it. I just want to throw that in so no one was confused, and it just makes the build a lot better. Anyway, back into the video. As for your grenade, I'm actually using a purple grenade, and a lot of people are going to be confused by this. This is Doc Hina's Miracle Bomb. This is after you do a side quest in DLC 3, and I just really like the way this grenade operates. When you throw it, it shoots a syringe, and it makes a bunch of pools of fire, and it'll keep bouncing and bouncing, and it's a really cool grenade to mess with. And I think it has a lot of potential. It does a lot of damage compared to the other grenades, which is something I like. And it's just personal preference. Of course, we do have a radiation ASE on it, but I will be including a bunch of other grenades here. This purple grenade in particular is kind of amazing. I might do a whole separate video on this grenade. It's a purple. It looks like it doesn't do a lot of damage, but I'll probably do it in the future. Stay tuned for that. Now, we do have 2 pearls of knowledge, depending on what you guys like to run. Do you like more fire rate, or do you like more weapon reload speed? They both have their uses, they both have their situations, but both of them will be here. You do have stack bots in here if you really want to use it. I really just have it in there for personal preference if you guys want to switch over to fadeaway, because as you can see in our skill tree, the option is here. We have a abundant projectile recursion. It has actually a pretty good critical hit damage airborne annoy. It actually is more powerful than you guys think. This annoy is a little underrated. Very good for the Guardian takedown. It has shock and fire. And what would a splash build be without the contained blast? This gun is a thing of beauty. It does so much splash damage. It goes so well with this type of build. And it has a big splash radius, as you can see by the weapon item card. And it's very ammo efficient. Considering it only shoots 3 ammo per shot, you're putting out quite a bit of projectiles. And we do have this pistol, which name I am not going to pronounce because I suck at pronouncing things, but it's basically a rocket shooting pistol. We do have extra back burners of different elements, and we have this ion cannon, which is basically a guaranteed second wind weapon right here. On action skill N, we are getting that 200% bonus splash damage, and as you can see by the weapon card, it is doing a crap ton of damage itself. But enough of the talking, let's go actually test this build out. We are going to be testing it in a DLC area, so if you don't want any DLC spoilers, make sure you click away because this is going to be DLC content. But I want to show you guys basically how it performs. I did show the containment blast as much as I wanted to in the intro sequence, so I'll show it to you here. I'll show you how the build functions a little bit and what you can expect. Now, being a splash build, you're going to down yourself sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes you're going to down yourself. That's just the price you have to pay with a splash build. So we are going to go over here. Yes. Now, Rakk attack is going to play 2 parts in this. It's going to be your guaranteed freeze on enemies, and it's going to be your healing, because your Rakks heal you coinciding with the frozen heart. So you're getting a bunch of healing out of it. You could freeze these guys, and yeah, this AR it's something else. It's definitely really, really good. Get that mount out of here. Those mounts have so much DPS. Like, the guy on the back shoots so many bullets at you at once that it's ridiculous, man. What's up, little poke? What you doing, man? Get out of here. Alright. Is that everyone down? Oh, no, we have this guy right here. No. Don't bring him in here. Oh, that grenade right there. Look at all that proccing. This is what the grenade does, I'm telling you guys. That right there. All that radiation and fire. That was from the grenade I was talking about earlier. That was like perfect timing for me to use that. But yeah, that's basically what that grenade does. It's an AoE monster, man. But yeah, that's just a basic rundown. I don't want to show you guys too much gameplay because I want you guys to have fun for it yourself. I want you guys to test out these builds. And I'd love to hear some feedback on my builds. Any things you guys change, let me know how you guys are enjoying it. But if you did enjoy this build, make sure you hit the like button. Helps me out quite a bit. And subscribe if you're new to the channel and want to join the Flak pack. And make sure you hit that bell so you know when I post a new video. Anyway, if you guys want to join the Flak pack Discord, link will be in the description below. Very awesome community that you guys can be a part of. And I do have the save file for PC right next to it. But hope you guys have a terrific day. Make sure you guys stay safe during these times. And me and Scorch Jr. will once again see you guys later.